Here we go.
Okay.
Invite friends.
Invite friends. You just go down the whole list.
Yeah,
Okay, let go lay down.
I think people can see us. So just say something.
Good evening, everyone. We have Lobo del Sol and myself, Todd Rolson, here. So if we are live, let us know. This is the first time that we're doing this, and we're both not technically great at application of information, and so it's quite a setup.
So I see that there's a few of you coming on, so thank you. I saw Lola, I saw Holly, I saw a few of you guys. So thank you for coming on for our first intro to 2Source22.
Yes. And
talks.
And you know, how did we come up with that name? This is a really good question.
Yeah.
We both are direct channels, but we are able to access different levels of information.
Yeah.
And I explain that a little bit because I'd like to hear how you think about that.
How do I think about
Yeah.
it? Well, I feel like how I get my channels is like me connecting to my higher self,
Yeah.
Asking, like, for example, I surround myself with pure light or love, whatever you want to call it, and basically allow that stillness to fall into my body, and then begin to allow whatever messages start coming through to come through. I mean, there's not really a way to explain it. It's just like a deep knowing.
Yeah.
Like a knowing, And if you hear a little dog, it's because we got a little friend with us.
Yes.
So we knew that she was going to be a little crazy, but this is Mia. So,
which we call creature. And also we walk.
We walk.
She looks a little bit like an Ewok, so we did we walk.
We walk. So she's going to be our little companion for today, for tonight.
So, I mean, first of all, this is it's great to be with you. I'm super excited. Both Lobo, I just speaking for myself, I am so excited. There is so much energy on this work, and it's taken a while for us to
come to alignment.
Come into the right alignment and clear out some mega karmas, because we're quite large beings in this universe, and we have done a lot of good stuff and some challenging and what could be considered negative, but it's all just part of our path to change space and time. And now we finally, it's been a while, and I'm really happy to be with you, dude. I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited too, because I believe the last time we did some work together was what, 2.5 years ago, when we did soul contracts.
Yeah. That's right.
And it was explosive.
Yeah.
Back then it was super explosive, and I feel like the energy is so much more in harmony and in alignment with each other.
Yeah.
There's this.
Well, and we've evolved.
Yeah.
And definitely. We've matured a little bit. Maybe Lobo's matured more than me. I don't know. Depends on who's interpreting it. Yeah. That's different sources, right? Yeah. Information.
Yeah. And I feel like we've both have relaxed. I think we are having more. A lot of people have this misconception of like spirituality. You have to be so serious.
Right.
And honestly, I feel like us being as ridiculous as we are, that is a perfect source or a vessel. I want to call ourselves a vessel.
Yeah.
For the divine to flow through us.
Well, it's funny because I'm a little more serious, as all of you who know me, but that's because I get right to the point. It's part, and I'm quite ridiculous, as Lobo knows.
Yes,
I'm really silly, and but I just want to point that out because I know a lot of people out there like, Todd, he's so freaking serious. Well, yes, when I'm talking to someone from spirit, it's like, let's get to the point. Let's not mince words.
Yeah.
This is part of how I'm built. I am a direct channel, just like Lobo, but I'm direct in a kind of a universal law form, which is how Lobo's described it too, which means it's like, here's the deal, here's the practice, here it is, do something. And so I apologize to everyone out there who's like, yes, Todd's serious, because I'm not. And you're going to see with these broadcasts that we're really going to have a lot of fun with it, and also bring through the information that's needed right now. Because I've noticed, and I want to get Lobo going, talking again, I've noticed that we tend to be way ahead of the information out there. And so, what do you want to add about that?
I feel that we're starting to get information that is maybe 6 months to a year in advance. There's some work that we do out. I would consider ourselves galaxy jumpers. It's the work that we do, and it's the ability to see a lot of things that others can't see, and so we very complement each other. I see a lot of people might call it darkness, shadow, stuff, but it helps with the work, because Todd sees other things that I can't see, so it's very complementary. So we're very complementary duo, So it's really nice. It's nice to have a best friend that I can work with.
Well, what we do with the astrology, that I was like all female energy or something.
So he's got a lot of female energy, and he's got a lot of water energy, which is emotions, love. So this guy's super emotional and super sensitive. And I, on the other hand, am more of a masculine energy, so it's super complementary.
Right.
And so he's very direct in action, and so he might seem when he's giving a message, he's very direct. There's a lot of action energy, and
a lot of energy,
which really grabs you, grab you to that place, which is basically talking to your higher self to come through and invite it to come through and be present. So your body says and your mind says, oh, okay, aha moments.
Yeah.
And so me, I have a lot of masculine energy, but it's really interesting because it's when I'm in the flow, it's very subtle, it's very loving, it's very gentle.
And it's very, I like to say, beat around the bush, because I love directness. And so he'll do these parables and like, well, how about you? What do you think? Or what do you see? And I think it's fascinating that we're on this particular subject, because I'm perceived as quite masculine, and yet my energy is feminine. And you are
very masculine,
but you have a feminine frequency. And that's why we're kind of going with this 2Source, because while we're both direct higher alignment, and we've worked hard. I know Lobo has worked very hard since I've met him, and allowing these shifts to take place, so that he can remove all the old systems and patterns, because he spent a lot of time in darker realms for good reason, because we all have done that to become very evolved beings, to be light and dark. That's how he and I are so effective in our work with darkness, because we've seen it all, we've done it all, and we can see when things are incorrect.
Yeah. We've like Todd's mentioned, we've been here for a long time, eons. We've done this for eons.
Yeah.
We both remember a lot from the beginning, and things that have happened, timelines that have shifted, events that have happened. And I think that is the grace that we have. We have a deeper understanding, and I believe that this lifetime we've finally have destroyed that foundation of programs.
Well, and also kind of renewed our connection.
Yeah.
Because we've tended to be on opposite sides. So just to let you know.
Yeah. We've been crazy. He's been on one side and I've been on the other, and he's been on the other side.
I've been kicking his ass and he's been kicking my ass.
Equally.
And so, the talk today really, it's not going to be such as direct information. We want to introduce ourselves a bit and just like have a little fun,
Yeah.
and explain a bit of where we're coming from and what we're doing. And I'm sure the point is that we are direct. So whatever spirit wants to come through, that's what we're going to do. And so today we're just going to talk about how what we've done to get to this point, where we are and the reason for it, and how our connections work and our opposites and our balance, because this is all part of the equation. All source comes from many levels. There's direct, there's through particular dimensional levels, there's earth dimensional levels, and you're going to see then the way we bring through the information that we might say the same thing but with a different feeling or a different way to do it.
Yeah, and I feel that's important because that allows us to capture a broader audience. And for us, it's really about getting to your heart, getting to the truth of who you are. We're not here to judge anybody. We're not here to condemn anybody. We're not here to make fun of anybody. We're here honestly to help each and every single one of you. And these times of evolution,
yes,
there is a dire strait of pure information that needs to come out, so we can help you guys and help ourselves.
Yeah,
honestly, this is not for us to say that we're greater than anybody else or anything like that. We're here honestly to help, because this information flows out of us. It helps us too, and it helps you guys. And we want to know your questions. We want to hear your comments. We want to reach out to you guys, because this is for you guys. This is not for us. We're just doing this because we love you guys, and Spirit says it's time.
And Spirit, the one thing Spirit knows about us, and Lobo can tell you, that if other people won't do it, we will step up and do the work. And we have done this for millennia, and it's just a matter of being willing, and that's what we want to present to you. How we function isn't higher or better. It's simply that we have been trained in many lives, in many dimensions, especially for me in energy, for Lobo in knowing, some of the levels that most people can't get to, and for me with alignment on some of the levels which people can't even perceive. These are all training exercises, just like being a pizza chef. To twirl that pizza, it takes some practice.
Of course it does, and it's like you keep getting up. When you fail or you miss the first time, you keep getting up and you keep doing it until you get better. And so we've had much practice for that. And for, I think for myself, this is a very humbling, beautiful experience.
Well, it's graduation time. Yeah. This is like a graduation.
Yeah, it's graduation. Yeah. And we want to extend this graduation to you guys, because it's possible. Everything that we've gone through, I know that you, with a lot of love that is behind us, that's supporting us, we can help you guys evolve, every single one of you. Yeah. There's one thing that Spirit keeps repeating to me that I want to repeat to you. It says, you don't need to go through the mountain anymore. You can go around the mountain, because the path has been laid before you. So it's time for us for each and one, a single one of you guys, to finally allow yourself that relaxation.
Yes.
Please, you don't have to beat yourself up. You don't have to suffer. Everything, there is a new timeline that we are sitting in, and it started yesterday. I mean, it's a huge timeline shift. A lot of people have been aware and are feeling the energy, but now it's time to step into that path of ease, strength, and clarity.
And flow.
Yes.
Because everything, when you are living in higher self, it's all flow. It's all multi-dimensional information systems. It's all like speaking and listening at the same time at many levels. I mean, this is kind of one of the agendas, is the word they're using, because I'm always direct channel. Those of you who know me know this in a way. And the agenda is to get out of the mind, of course.
Of course.
But knowing that we are designed for this intuitive state and higher self, it's so natural and it's so easy and it's so flowing. And I'm super excited because if we can do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
This is not difficult. It's actually easier to be in a higher self or intuitive state than it is to think, period.
Yes.
Because it's speed.
Yes.
So here we are, I'm live streaming, you know.
And anybody that's giving comments, next time, there will be another person on that seat that will be reading your comments and us contributing, because this is what we want. We want to be interactive with you guys. We're going to be giving you guys messages, but we want to hear from you guys too.
And we'll be answering questions too, because I love to just answer any question on any level.
Yes.
So you could ask anything, Grandma Jane, and we will tell you about that.
Yes.
But today is about introduction and just flow.
Yeah.
And why not?
Yeah, why not? And we just wanted to really introduce ourselves, and so you see that we're just a pair of regular guys, honestly. Yeah. We're just, we're not, nothing different than anybody else. We're just like you guys. That's it.
We just have a belief.
Yeah.
And an experience. Everything starts with belief. These are basic laws. You have to believe it's possible. A child who is born is crawling, and then all of a sudden I can walk. I can stand up and walk. Yeah. There's a belief that, hey, you can do it, I can do it. So this belief is certainly what we're going to talk about, and it's always the first step. We get so complicated, Lobo, and why? That's simple, right?
Of course.
It's because we are thinking our way through everything and analyzing our way through anything, and that's a problem.
It is a problem. We haven't been shown in society how to navigate from our golden compass. I call it the golden compass, because our heart directs us exactly to where we need to go.
Yeah.
And us including ourselves, we've been hurt so much,
as all of you have.
Yeah, all of you guys.
Everyone.
All of us have been hurt, and we just want to give you these tools, these beautiful tools, to bring more ease into your life, to bring more abundance of love, prosperity, financial, everything. You understand? Because I want to quote something Guru Singh said. One of my teachers. He says, radical distribution. This is where we're headed.
Right.
We are headed to radical distribution because we're there. There's enough for everybody. There's more than enough for everybody. And we can share these divine golden nuggets.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
We're laughing because we had a little video episode, which
we might post.
We might post it. It's 13 seconds of hilarity.
Yes. And so
yeah,
I feel it's important that we are unique to ourselves. We are ridiculous. My brother Todd might be serious, but in reality, he's really ridiculous. And I feel like these episodes and these shows and these podcasts are really going to highlight that. Because everybody sees him and everybody gets intimidated by him. But
I don't know. I don't think it's my personal. It's just energy. I just carry. I carry a lot of energy, and you feel that. And I just want to. They just want to mention right now that we all need to be kinder and less involved in things that don't work or things we don't like. The haters is a perfect example. It's all about energy, guys, and we are going to get into DNA and all that stuff, and maybe not today, but we have systems within us, within our brain and within our genetic structure that are causing a lot of these sabotage programs. And our brain patterns and vibrational levels, especially through electronics and media and water meters. There's so much electronics right now. They're putting out frequencies. So we are susceptible to kind of, I call it infiltration.
Infiltration, yeah.
And that's simply like, but that's what are you paying attention to? What are you going to connect with? And these are the things that we want to discuss a little bit, because it's time to relax and give everyone a break. And especially the teachers and especially the leaders. It's like, yes, we may not agree, but why are we not agreeing?
Yeah. And I feel there's something that I would, that Spirit's really asking me to point out, that anything before March 1st, 2018 is obsolete information and teaching wise.
Yeah, which I would agree with, because I always like to say when I see a book, you know, it was written how long ago? A year, 6 months, 2 years, and here's the information. Here's Reiki. Here's whatever. I tend to not involve myself in that, just simply because Spirit asked me not to. But it's useful. Take what you want. But it is time to change, guys. And this is why we started this event, this live stream, because Spirit's going to just come right through. Not only are we going to discuss it, but we're going to transmit it, because we are very good at energy, and Spirit is ready to change this planet in many forms, which genetically is one, but we'll touch on that later.
Yeah, I feel like I think these broadcasts are going to evolve.
Yeah.
And you're going to see us in your town soon. I feel like there's going to be some traveling about these talks, these certain activations that have been given, that are given to us daily, activations. And honestly, I want to Spirit saying self-initiations.
Nice. That's well said. I like that. So what does that mean to you guys, self-initiation? They're take a few seconds and just like, what is that?
Yeah.
Because you're going to listen to your higher self right now, and it's going to say boom, boom, boom. Or it's going to be something that's not true. And this way of like testing everything. I'm always testing everything. And Lobo knows that about me. Anybody says anything, I'm already ahead and looking at where it's coming from, what the alignment is, and the truth of it, so to speak. And it's not a judgment. It's simply a game. I love games.
Yeah, of course, you do.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. And why not have a game of perception, or a game of intuition, a game of expansion, knowing that you can do all this all the time, and not just like, I hear, I respond. Yeah. I react. What is reaction? That's kind of like an animal, wouldn't you say? Yeah,
and I feel like this animal reptilian brain is being turned off more and more every day. It's more.
Well, like, it's fighting too.
It's fighting a little bit, but those solar flares and everything, all that energy that's streaming down right now, is really making you sit down and say, what do I want for my life? What do I want for my future? What am I starting to feel in my body? Some of you, I know that a majority of you have been sick.
Yeah.
And it's because toxins and old energy is being pushed out of you, old programs. And sometimes when we're too busy on the go, 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 our body shuts down when this energy is so much, and we need that time of renewal, you know, going into your vision quest, basically. And I think that's the beautiful thing with Spirit. Spirit says, I love you so much, so I'm going to get you sick. Not on purpose, but because I need you to be still. And I need you to know how much I love you. Yes, it sucks being sick, but it's necessary.
But we are busy, guys. Yeah. I mean, if Jesus was born today, he would be like, holy crap, I got to work, I got to live, I got to drive, I got to figure out how to put a web camera on. You know how many software pieces we downloaded to get this camera on? And we had to go buy USB cords and like 10-foot ones to stretch. I mean, it was pure entertainment.
Yeah.
So the reason they're bringing this up is because we are so advanced. What did we mention a few minutes earlier? Belief. We are so advanced. They send in the pros now. I mean, the people who have been able to live in many worlds and become many things and operate all at the same time, this is where the shift of mind has to happen, because it's too much stress to constantly only sit in the mind. This is why we're getting sick, because we're just like, we're trying to still function in this narrow bandwidth. And the reality is when we start flipping into just knowing and speed, it takes a lot of pressure. So yes, you are getting sick. Yes, some of it is genetic release, some of it is mind release, some of it is karmic release.
Yes.
But this is what we signed up for.
Yeah.
We chose to be here. So will we always complain? Will we always be a hater on ourselves? Yeah. And that's a big question.
Oh, of course. I feel like our genetics, our family, our generations, when we're trying to do the alchemy that Spirit's asking from us, we do feel that pressure of our generation, of our 7, 14, or 21 generations back. You know, depends on the soul that you are. But there is a pushback, and that pushback can be intense. And sometimes it means really surrendering to that love, and it's that destruction of your foundation, of their foundation, because a lot of their foundation has been built on untruth and misalignment.
Or limited truth.
Limited
untruth,
and misalignment of love, you know. Spirit works easy. We either learn the lesson with ease and grace, because we are given lots of ease and grace and love, or we allow ourselves to be beat up. And in reality, we're not in time for beating up ourselves up anymore.
No, but we're all doing it, aren't we?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm doing it, and we want to be realistic, you know, even with this consciousness that we've worked hard to develop. We are still doing it. Yeah. And so we have to talk about that. Right?
And so the other thing that Spirit wants to mention is that, guys, stop connecting to the collective consciousness.
Oh, yeah.
Please. Stop connecting to the collective consciousness. A lot of reason that you guys are sick, you guys keep going to a program that's already been destroyed. Source says, Spirit says, go to the cosmic consciousness, which is cleaner, in alignment, more ease and more flow.
So what do you mean by cosmic consciousness, as long as you're channeling that through?
So cosmic consciousness...
See, I'm checking him.
is basically a streamline of pure source information.
Okay.
Pure love. We're talking about higher frequencies. So basically what happens is the mind gets out of the way, because the mind does not know how to operate in that. And so basically it's connected directly from your higher self into your heart.
Perfect. So I think what you're saying is, like, get out of the mind, basically.
Yeah.
Or get out of, like, frustration. Or get out of your habits.
Yeah.
I know, you know, we have some habits that we don't like. Why can't we change them? Yeah. These are like, we always do them anyway, and how come? We're going to have to be really willing to sacrifice some things that don't work, and it's just kind of like eating an apple or, you know, a loaf of banana bread. That's not a great example, but we can choose the apple sometimes and the live energy sometimes. And so we're asking you, because Spirit's asking you, remember, guys, that we're channels, and channels of direct knowing, divine vibration. So we are going to tell you a lot, or suggest a lot. We're not perfect, but the information that comes through are all pushing you to go, oh, I can do this, I can do this. Even if we don't do it all, we're always trying. And that's one of the things I give Lobo credit for. Lobo is always moving forward. I can name a few people who are always moving forward. They do not stop. And that is one of the goals and one of the beliefs that Spirit's asking you to do right now. And that's to go forward no matter what, as you were saying the other day about, you know, water.
Water ebb and flows. Water, there's this beautiful, I'm going to mention him again, Guru Singh.
Yeah.
This beautiful example that he gave on his Tuesday morning broadcast. He said, does water, when it looks at a little hole, does it says, oh man, again? Wait, guys, I gotta post this on Facebook, or I gotta post this on Instagram.
Yeah.
Hold on, or I gotta text. Or does water just flow through that hole and allow itself to have that ferocious determination?
Yes.
Relentless determination. 90% of our body is made out of water. 90% of Earth is made out of water.
Yeah. And Masaru Emoto proved it, right?
Yeah.
He took pictures of water with just a word, and it created a pattern.
How relentless are we with our own healing? How serious do you take your own healing? And how much is it worth to you? This is the question that Spirit really has. What is the value of your own healing? What is it worth to you? What would you give? What would you give up to step into pure divine love of yourself and everybody else around you? The one step that I know that we can take is be kinder to each other.
Yeah.
And have
simple
compassion and radical forgiveness for each other and ourselves daily, hourly, minutely.
Mm-hmm.
Allow that illusion or matrix, that game, to end with you. And I really believe in everybody watching us.
Mm-hmm.
I really believe in you guys, and every single one of you guys. And believe it or not, I can feel all your hearts. Every single one of you watching. This is the ability that I have. I have this ability to feel every single one of you guys' hearts. And you guys can see through my eyes and see the beauty that you guys are. And I want to encourage you, every single one of you watching and that will watch this, to continue the path of self-discovery, of inner clarity in this evolution of love. I remember I kept writing my posts about this tsunami of love. Well, the tsunami of love is here, and it's being splashed. It's those waves of love are hitting us right now. What are we going to do with it? How are we going to ride it? In ebb and flow? Or we're going to keep crashing? We're going to keep crashing. We're going to keep crashing. I love you guys in your ebb, and I love you guys in your flow.
Mm-hmm. And it's dedication, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to be relentless.
Yeah.
And I love that word, because we talked about this a couple days ago. Relentless. Mm-hmm. I know I'm pretty relentless.
Yeah.
I am. It's like, but I move very quickly, and so if I see something that needs to be done, I will do it, or I will initiate it, or I will ask for it. And so relentless in love, yes, but also relentless in action.
Yes.
Love is not going to make you move forward. It's the support. It's the frequency that softens you and relaxes you and lets you know that you're fine. But there's an aspect of love that's action. And so relentless action is the key, because when you hear this message, you could easily go back to the same habits, or you can go, no, tonight, no TV. And I watch TV, but I don't watch any commercials. I have Netflix. But you could just tonight I'm going to actually meditate, or I'm going to cook a really nice meal, and I'm going to sit down for a meal. Mm-hmm. I mean, everything that we can do to take care of these bodies is action and love, right? So when you combine love and action, it can be very simple. It's like taking care of the body. Mm-hmm. It can be going for a walk. It can be, holding a little puppy, which there's a puppy down here. Hi, puppy. Mia. We walk. And she's very sweet.
She's just been sleeping in my arms, in my on my lap, like so.
Yeah,
So
I know who to
wanted to
hand
show
the
her.
puppy to. Puppy and puppy. So let's focus, guys, because what is another action? Focus.
Yeah.
What is another action? Decision. What is another action? Becoming.
Yeah.
I mean, these are all higher vibrational words, not settling, becoming. Not like, oh, I didn't do it. I didn't get it right. Let's try something new. Let's keep moving forward. Let's come up with new ideas and new forms and new ways of pursuing what we have in our hearts and our higher self. It's kind of, I love that you talk about love, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I love that I can go, let's talk about action, because it's the same vibration.
Yeah.
But it becomes a little more specific, doesn't it?
Yes, and although the word that Spirit has given me for a long, long time, it's the reunion of the power of love. So, power is action, and love is pure divine spirit, Which
would be yourself, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're created as.
Yeah. So it's the reunion of basically power and love.
So let's talk about that a bit, because love, we're quite judgmental beings in this current system, the haters and blah blah blah, and we're quite judgmental about everything. Guys, if we've been dark and we've been the bad guy and we've been the good guy, why are we have so much focus on what's wrong when we've done this stuff over and over? I mean, Lobo here, he got left in darkness for a long time.
Eons.
Yeah. Eons.
Yeah.
And he was forgotten. I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, we had to kind of find you.
You had to come back and pull me out eventually,
So, am I going to judge him for choosing that? That's not love. Love is honoring each other.
Yeah.
Let's take a break, just for the next 24 hours, whenever a judgment comes in, just put a little love into it. Just stop and think differently or feel differently. We have to become more. And more is one of the issues. People are scared of that, right? They're more scared of becoming more than staying in a pattern. Yeah. These are the dichotomies of frequency that we like to talk about. That's why we're suggesting doing this, this, and this, rather than, patterns or habits. It's all choice, guys.
And it's really, my truth is my truth, and his truth is his truth, and your truth is your truth. And what we can do to be kinder and more compassionate and understanding with each other is embrace each other's truth. Doesn't mean we have to agree with it. It means embrace it, accept it, sit with it. If it resonates, if any piece of that truth resonates with you, then allow it to merge into your frequency. Because we all have knowledge. That's the beauty of it. We all have this beautiful knowledge that is given to us as spirits. Each and every single one of us is a student and a teacher. Okay? And let us remember that we already know the knowing. We already know. It's whether we choose to navigate through it in the heart.
Or participate.
Yeah.
That's the word there.
Engage.
Yeah. Participation.
Yeah. It's so much fun, honestly. It's
not easy.
No.
Because what is easy though, guys? That's another thing. We're all like, we're wanting it to be easy. We're not wanting to do the work. We're like, oh, I just need this. And I have that feeling too sometimes. We have to participate. We have to choose it. And we have to go for it.
Yeah.
Because what other choice is there, honestly?
We can give you the information. It's whether you do the work. Because we're spitting out pure light right now.
We're willing.
Yeah. Willing and we don't want anything back from you guys. We just want you to know how beautiful you guys are. Honestly. how truly beautiful you are. I don't want to speak in parables. I want to speak as simply as I can, but I know that it's needed for some of you to understand, for some of you to be able to capture that pure initiation.
You know, it's funny because I've been doing this path a long time, like, you know, over 30 years. And I know early I spent a lot of time in like guru systems, Guru Mai, Chidvilasananda. And I always remember going to a month-long meditation course, and at 4:30 in the morning to 10 at night. And you meditated, you had some seva and a lot of chanting. And above me in the tent were all these huge portraits of other siddhis or gurus, and each one was completely unique. And one of Guru Mai's gurus, Bhagawan Nityananda, he never spoke or rarely spoke. He would just look at you and would transmit that way. And then his devotee under him, Muktananda, was always talking and laughing, and that's the way he transmitted. And Guru Mai Chidvilasananda, who I haven't seen in quite a while, but I do see her just by looking, is another being with her own style. So what's wrong with people having their own style? Why aren't we allowing people to have their personality? Mm-hmm. This is again a pattern of judgment that we're having. My style is completely direct and to the point, and then I'm done, and then I may not be as personal. Lobo is much sweeter. He will hold your hand, he will give you a hug, he will pat you on the back. Yes. And I love that about him. That's why we're buddies. This is like my best friend. What's wrong with either style? Why don't we just step back and start becoming our own style and know that that's okay? Who told you that it was not okay to be yourself? Think about that. Who did? Was it your parents? Was it your teachers?
Was it your schoolmates?
Yeah. What color am I? All these prejudices are all distraction, guys. It's perpetuated on purpose. You either buy into it or you just let go of the lower systems and start operating in the higher systems. It's that simple, and that's simply choice again.
Yeah, it is choice. It's self-initiation again. That word rises up. That spirit's like self-initiation. There is something that Yogi Bhajan said: do not allow yourself to be initiated. Yeah. Initiate yourself. Do not bow down to anybody. Bow to yourself. And I feel that is so important. We expect a teacher, a guru, a master, whatever you want to call them, to basically take you by his hand and show you the ways.
Solve
all your problems and say, be the victim and say, well, I don't know how to do it. Help me. Please. I'm struggling right now. Please help me.
Yeah.
And so that keeps playing that game of that victim role. And we don't realize how subtle it is. But it's deeply ingrained in every single one of us.
Yeah.
I feel it's the biggest game there is. It's the biggest game of manipulation and control.
Well, it's the game we've all played. And come on, we look at our parents, our grandparents, and just the shifts in time. I mean, my great-grandfather came from Sweden, if you can't tell, and back in 1910, he was born in 1890. He lived to 101. Can you imagine? I mean, he didn't even speak English. Ellis Island. Then he took a train all the way across Canada. Wow. And he got to Vancouver and he met a gal, and then he left his bag on the train to go to Portland, Oregon. Right? I mean, these stories, this was a short period of time ago, and my parents, my dad is Swedish too, and my mom is born here in in America, in Portland, for them to meet, for them to grow up. And I can tell that my dad, he didn't have a lot of support. He got a lot of freedom. And so I look at the patterns within me. Yes, my parents like, just go off and figure it out. And it's one of the gifts they gave me, but also one of the things I missed, right?
Yeah.
So we have to be honest with what we are,
yeah.
where we came from. Many people have been abused. I see it so often with my clients. And these create scars, but do you have to stay in them?
No. And I have to tell you that this works.
Yeah.
This work, the stepping into the power of love works. Okay? My background is extensive. It's I might be one of the most complicated beings on earth. And it's for a purpose.
No surprise.
Yeah, no surprise there.
Yeah.
But it's on purpose.
Yeah.
Because I knew, my true higher self knew that it could have victory and overcome all these complexities. To bring myself into alignment, to the power of love. And something my dad just recently told me a few weeks ago, which I know that this work is working. My dad, his name's Jose Tejeda, just so you guys know, and he's probably watching the broadcast. He said that he feels like a little kid, and he feels pure and divine in his heart, and he feels like a child of God. I mean, last time I heard my dad say that I must have been like maybe like this little. And for me to hear that from my father just recently is confirmation that the work that I'm taking on, the hard work that has been, I'm taking on, is changing
everyone.
Because it's not only affecting my dad, my mom, my brothers, my whole generations, everybody around. This works. Stepping into love works.
And that's the point, isn't it? If we change ourselves, we change everyone. Yeah. If this was taught, like in kindergarten, in like, just consciousness and kindness, what would the world be like? It would be a different form. It would be a different concept. So we're going to have to do it within, guys. We can't do it without, I can't teach you, Lobo can't teach you. We can plant these seeds, and you're going to have to alchemize, is the word they're using, yourself to change yourself, because I can't do it. I know in my work, because I've been a full-time psychic for 10 years, but really over 25. I can take someone and explain their nature. I can clear the karmas that I can clear, and the contracts, and dissolve that all. But ultimately, what I always do in every session is like, here's who you are. This is your nature. Now go do it. And it's why I don't have a lot of repeat clients, because that's not my goal. My goal, and Lobo's goal too, that's why we're here, is to educate you so that you can take the reins and become. And becoming is such a high vibrational word.
Oh, yeah.
It's becoming yourself. Who isn't happy when they're themselves? Even if we're ridiculous, at least we're ourselves.
Yeah. And I have to bring up something that Spirit's saying, meditation. Let us look at the word meditation. Meditation is different for everybody. So do not fall into a system that you have to sit and ohm for an hour and a half or 3 hours or 24 hours every day.
Well, chanting's fun.
Yes, I mean, I love chanting.
So is singing bowls.
Yeah, singing bowls, that's meditation.
Yeah.
Running, laughing, playing, driving, dancing, going for a walk. It's all meditation. It brings you to a place of stillness in yourself. That is meditation.
And I think they're just talking about good habits at this point, right?
Yeah.
What are some good habits?
Yeah. It's meditation, guys.
Yeah.
So don't beat yourself up saying, I don't meditate. Yeah, you do. When you're singing in the car, full blast, you're meditating.
Booty shaking.
Booty shaking, dancing. You understand? Like, Look at children. Children are always in a place of stillness and complete clarity and meditation.
Well, yeah, sort of. I might disagree on that.
Well,
That's that one thing, you know, they're like,
there's no agendas behind them.
there is no agenda.
No agendas, and they're in
I love it when they're quiet in meditation.
pure bliss is what Spirit's saying. They're in a place of bliss.
What they are in is in the now, which is a sign of higher self.
Yes.
When you are in now consciousness. I know I am in the now so much, and I apologize to everyone out there. Sometimes I don't remember, or sometimes I don't recognize for a brief second, because I like to see things in energy or in other levels. And so, but this is me, this is my game. The point is that if you're in now, then you're not reacting from past or future.
Yeah, reaction. That's a powerful word.
Yeah.
Reaction is that animalistic instinct in us. That's basically...
Well, that's lower brain, right?
Yeah,
reaction,
reptilian.
fight or flight.
Yeah, fight or flight.
Which we all have, which I would love to dissolve, right?
Of course. And we're going to be doing that. We're
Yeah.
going to be doing that. We're going to be doing that in ourselves, and we're going to be bringing that in and channeling that for you guys, because it's so important. Listen, we are an unlimited source of information.
Yes.
It's whether we want to tap into it. It doesn't cost us anything. Again, the question is, how much do you value your own life and your own healing? What would you give up to be in heaven on earth? As above, so below, so within, so without, as it has been and will forever be.
What would you give up to just be yourself? This is we can't get more simple than that. You know, when we as divine spirits, and everyone is, but I know that I am, all we're asking, and all Spirit is asking, is for you to be yourself. And that means your conscious self, not the lower fragment that is the patterns, the reactions, the emotions. You know, the emotions can be evolved too, but those like push-pull emotions where you're always, what would you give up to become yourself? Well, here it is, guys. It's simplicity. It is living in now, it's being simple, and it's believing that it's possible. How else can it be done? When we have to use words, I wish I could be all telepathic with you, because I am quite telepathic. I have a 8-year-old autistic child who's completely telepathic. That's one of the clients, and he's been teaching me telepathy, and it's fascinating. This is what we have right now, is our word system, and it's an idea and form. But when it gets to simplicity, when you get to the simple basic ideas, those are the ones you have to stick with. If you're going through courses right now where there's 10 courses and you have to do this and you have to do this, you have to do that, that's old systems. It's old information. Not that it's not a good experience, because a lot of times you go to these things to learn or meet people or take pieces, but how much more fun would it be to just do the work when Spirit tells you, to show up and heal people when you're supposed to heal people, to give a message when you're supposed to give a message? This is not complicated.
No, I like to call myself the intuitive adventurer.
Oh, good one.
You know, because when Spirit asks from you, you go. Yeah. I mean, I've got stories that I can tell you guys like crazy of people that are like, this is who you're going to meet, and you're going to give her this message, you know? I mean, it's my quote, my favorite quote, love is an adventure from Spirit. Mm-hmm. Love is an adventure from Spirit. Everybody loves to go on an adventure. Everybody likes to go on a journey. Allow the journey to be fun, full of love, full of blessings for you and for everybody else in contact with you and surrounding you.
But it's not always fun.
No, it's not always fun.
That's one of the things that just interject really quickly. Gosh, it's not easy, guys. Let's give ourselves a break. It's not like everything's golden nuggets. I wish it was.
Well, majority of the time it is golden nuggets, honestly.
I mean,
again, everything's a lesson, honestly.
Yeah.
Even this broadcast is a lesson for us.
yeah, how technically unqualified,
Unsavvy we are.
but we are learning. We did it,
Yes.
and we went through a lot of steps. Belief. It's all belief. What do you believe about yourself? What do you believe about a person, a friend, a teacher? This one's good, this one's bad. We need to shift our language. And Lobo was talking about this and reminding me to shift some of my language the other day and start understanding that we're in this together. I mean, the planet is showing us, right? The planet is showing us like, oh, guys, we are all live together here. The majority, of course, understand this, and they're doing things like recycling. They're, using less water or peeing on a bush. I mean, I like to do that. Saves water. Saves water.
We all do.
So, it's we can take our steps, and we can live it now, and we can believe it. So let's get started.
Simple steps. Mother Earth needs us right now.
And that's energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mother Earth needs us right now. Her children are needed right now, and the sooner that we shift, the sooner she gets to graduate.
Yes.
It's graduation for all of us this time around. And none, listen to my words, none of you will be left behind. We will make sure that every single one of you graduate with honors. So.
Because to even be here right now, you already have.
Yeah.
If you could see in time, I'm kind of known for seeing in time. I can go into time and recognize your greatness and the support. And it's like, wow, okay, I'm already qualified.
Yeah.
You are overqualified to change the current paradigms on this planet. And it's done through energy.
Yeah.
Lobo says it in love. I say it in energy. And for me, Lobo puts love, I put energy. Same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
It's a slightly different frequency because I'm using pure light and he's using a little more like emotional love. But it's a very similar frequency and it does the same thing.
Yeah, it does the same thing, and that's the complementary part of it. Again, the power of love.
Yeah, power of light.
Power of light. Yeah, power of light. That's how we are, And all I can say is, Spirit encourages you guys. Spirit loves you, embraces you, walks with you. Spirit is happy to see the progress. Happy to see people stepping into themselves. And be yourself. Be you. Hashtag be you. Be yourself. Tsunami of love is here.
And happy to see you miserable sometimes because that's when we grow, right? I mean, the hardest things that have happened in my life, I've learned so much. Yeah. It's all part of the big picture. We know this. And
allow yourself to release what no longer serves you.
Mm-hmm.
This is the step of surrendering. So when we surrender, it doesn't mean that we give up. It means that we let go of what no longer serves us or allows us to expand, because we're stepping into expansive energy. And when we are restricted, then there's no place of expansion.
Mm-hmm.
So the more we can dump out our emotional system, our mental system, our physical system, everything, energetic system, the more we can expand and step into that beautiful vibration.
Well, expansion is through less.
Mm-hmm.
It's always, I mean, I kind of laugh too, but Spirit laughs quite a bit. How we work so hard to graduate something, to achieve something, to find the perfect partner, to get the right car. And yet, when we're just in this now, in this moment with less, and we like, oh, I really learned something. I really feel something. I have acknowledged my friend, like this guy is such a blessing for me. And he's been a pain in the ass, and I've been a pain in the ass too. No, don't shake your head. But what a blessing to have somebody that can bring this information through on the same level, that I trust implicitly that his alignment is very pure, and that the information can come through that's correct. This is important, guys. You know in your heart, we're talking about heart, when it doesn't feel right. When somebody says something that doesn't feel right, or in some cases people can hear the truth or see the truth or know the truth or feel the truth. These are your intuition systems. Primary, there's other systems too we'll talk about later. You know when it's not correct, or maybe it's 55% correct, 45% correct. Why not investigate it, ask a question to further their development, or just go, that doesn't feel right to me.
But I respect it.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the key, compassion and kindness,
Yeah.
Everybody's truth is going to be unique. And how can we spread more kindness? By saying, okay, I respect that. I expect that, but I embrace you as a brother or sister, or whatever you want to call yourself. A human being, a divine celestial essence.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call
Potato
yourself.
chip eater. I don't know.
A wolf, a fox, whatever you want.
Yeah.
We encourage you guys to really be yourself. Be kinder. We need more kindness and compassion in this world. A simple hello to somebody will change their day completely.
Yes, but I would say start with yourself. Be compassionate to yourself.
Love yourself and hug yourself so much.
Because if we are exponential, and we've already presented tonight that it's got this change and shift, it's not going to happen through teaching other people. It's going to happen through acknowledging your own divinity and your own higher self abilities and your own knowing systems, and practicing and listening. And when people are presenting, looking at whether you see it, hear it, feel it, or know it, it's like you're questioning everything. I love to question things on energy levels, because energy doesn't lie, right?
Yeah.
It's either more energy, less energy. So if I look at an apple, this one has more, this one has less. There are simple tools that you have in your breadbasket, and that's the words they're using. I never say those words. Breadbasket. I've heard of it, yeah. Common term.
Wait, does the breadbasket have challah bread?
Oh, challah bread. I know somebody who loves challah bread. But, use your tools, whether it's a pendulum, tarot, whatever. Yeah. But know, guys, that the real tools are within you. Mm-hmm. We are still a little bit stuck on using these older tools. Yeah. And so, again, let's know things. Let's feel things. Let's get faster.
Yeah. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, some fun.
Honestly.
That's why we're doing this fun, right?
Yeah, people get, there's this amazing guy that just makes me laugh like crazy. If you ever want to just laugh so hard, his name is JP Sears. Uh-huh. And he's the ultra spiritual dude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
I mean, it is hilarious. He allows himself to be a vehicle of ridiculousness, to show how ridiculous this evolution or this path of evolution can be. So we can see our true selves without make fun of your own self. I do.
I'm glad you do. You're pretty funny.
I have to. This work is hard, and if I don't laugh at myself and just say, "Ay, Lobo,"
I know I'm always going my ridiculous personality. I know I have a ridiculous personality. I can't help it. It's just. It's funny.
Yeah, it is funny. We don't have to beat ourselves up. We can just laugh about it and be like, oh, gosh, what a lesson. All right, Next one. I've learned that one, And so, again, the encouragement is that be yourself, be you. You are unique.
Mm-hmm.
You will never find another me. You will never find another Todd. You will never find another you. So be you.
Do that point again. That was cool.
You.
You.
You know? You, because you, all those beautiful beings connected right now, I can feel your heart. I can feel your true love. And it is the most beautiful thing I can feel. The expansion of each other's hearts. Let us be connected to that beautiful energy of love. Let us have action. Let us have relentless determination, relentless devotion, relentless compassion.
In the now.
In the now.
There's no other time, guys.
No. And I feel like we're coming to a wrap.
Yeah, and so I would like to, it's funny, we were talking like telepathically.
Yeah.
Some of the things we want to address. I'd love to take 5 minutes and you know, for future conversations. I mean, what are some of the things that we're gonna that are coming to you right now that we're gonna be very precise, and I know that we would love to take questions too, because for me, if anybody asks a question, I can bring the information through on the level that the person needs, or the level everybody needs, so to speak, or multi-levels. So we are going to have a lot of question and answer sessions, so to speak, so that we can show you, because nothing proves it unless we can show you that we operate in this form, and I have no fear of that, and Lobo has no fear of that. So we're perfect people. Throw those guys up there because they will do it, and it will be direct. But what are some of the topics that we're gonna like really work on? We might get quite specific.
Yeah, so there needs to be an understanding what the golden age of Aquarius is.
Okay.
A true understanding of that, because it's not what you guys think. So
we're gonna talk about. I know we're gonna talk about the true history of the planet.
Yes.
I would love to tell a story of the fall of the angels. I was there.
Yes.
Super entertaining.
DNA, then the DNA that's coming in.
Yeah.
Christ consciousness. I know we're gonna talk about the new mind coming in, how it's shifting, how it's coming into alignment, what's happening, how it works, how it really works.
Yeah.
So we can help you shift that faster. The integration of the masculine and the feminine,
which is super important. You know, the balance of the masculine and feminine.
Yeah.
Man, creation, magic. You know what is real magic? I mean, that's gonna be fun. You know, intent, understanding yourself and your patterns. I think we need to talk about that because people are so stuck in patterns.
Yeah.
And as you're going to see, we're going to talk, but we may just start doing a lot of energy stuff too.
Yeah.
Because space and time really is an illusion as far as energy.
Yeah. Oh, the new chakra system.
Or no chakra system.
No chakra system. Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Which helps you with your emotional patterns.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much to talk. So, I mean, we're just going to highlight just brief what it is. And
we'll do State of the Union addresses, too. I mean, that's what they're saying is like what's happening right now.
What is the now?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I feel that all of that is important. And I feel like we're coming to a wrap, you know. I think Spirit has so much to flow through us right now, and it was so like, come on, you guys need to talk, you guys need to come.
Yeah.
And so we've been in this like energy of this like intense, relentless go. We gotta do websites, we gotta do that. Oh, speaking of,
yeah,
the number 2Source22. This is going to be our talks. This is we've got a Facebook page. We have a Facebook profile, so go ahead and follow us. we put it on my Lobo del Sol, aka Golden Sun Wolf, right now, and I'm going to post that over to 2Source22 page and profile. So follow us, invite your friends to like us, share this video. We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on YouTube. We will be posting videos on YouTube. I want to maybe post something daily, a small snippet of something, of information, so you guys can always reach out. We do have a website also. It is on our Facebook profile or on Instagram. You can get a hold of us there.
And it'll be improved too. I mean, it's going to be 2source22.com probably within a week. It's a little raw right now. I just kind of did it last night. Lobo, thank you, Lobo, for doing all the other social media work and setup. The website does have direct links to each of us. We are going to offer individual sessions, so to speak, but also joint. I would love to work. So of course, you know, we're doing this for service. The way the universe works, when you do stuff for service, there's always balance. So we're going to have all that. We already have that up, so to speak, on the website. It might not all be active, but you can see everything us and contact us in any form.
We would love speaking engagements. If you have a group of
it would be super entertaining, because then we can really, then I mean, I see everything in energy. You feel everyone's heart. Well, you said that a few times. I'm looking at everyone's spirit, and I love to clear space and time. And you love to awaken the heart. So when we're in person for for speaking engagements and talks, there'll be much more than words, because what's the point of being basic?
So invite us, like totally invite us, because we have so much fun. And
Tahiti. Anybody in Tahiti right now? I'll raise my hand. If you can only take one of us. I need a suntan.
And what else? Radio shows, anything, honestly. We're here to give up our time.
This is our next mission. We've done a lot of individual work. Everyone who knows me knows about the energy discs, which you can see on my website. I've spent a lot of my life on individual mission, and we are shifting to group consciousness. So now, Lobo and I, which I can't think of a better partner on the planet. Well, maybe, I don't know. I haven't met them yet. We are here to work together and have some fun. And you know what? We deserve it. We've worked hard, dude. It has been a long road, as all of you have had long roads. And why not shift into a different consciousness?
Definitely.
So thank you so much for being our first live from Seattle in the studio. What shall we call this? Studio Y? I don't know.
Studio Y? Studio XY? I don't know. Studio of the ridiculousness.
Live from Studio Lobo and Todd. We thank you for joining in. Please spread this out, because the information we're going to present is way ahead. And it will be very helpful for the planet, and the more we can get it out there, great.
And reach out to us on Facebook, give us comments, give us questions. We would love to hear from you guys.
Especially Lobo. He loves I'm a little slower to respond. I please apologize for that already. But I will do my best.
So please share. Tell your friends, tell everybody. This is for you guys. This is for you guys. It's not for us. This is for you guys, because Spirit loves each and every single one of you.
Yes.
And
you are deserving.
Yes.
You are worthy. Yeah. And everything that's happened in the past is a bit of an illusion. Now we can change. Now we become. And now we shift into direct knowing. And it's living in two worlds. We can be fully human, ridiculous, and fully divine and knowing, and that's where we live currently. and we are going to assist you guys to believe it and become it. So thank you again for tonight. Lobo, my buddy, love you, brother. And everyone out there, I'm sending big hugs and love and well wishes and joy and energy, because I love to send energy. So get an energy hug right now.
Yeah, definitely. And me, Lobo del Sol, aka Golden Sunwolf. I love you too, bro.
Yeah.
It's good to be reunited again and doing this work together.
Yeah, on the same team.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the same team. That's
Not
what
opposites,
the
like-
same team. No more fighting like this. Just hugs. Hugs. And so, please, help us out with your friends, your comments. Remember that you're infinite. We are infinite. This is what Spirit is signing off with. We are infinite. And let us remember that together.
Cool. See you soon.
See you soon. Peace.
Peace.
Bye. I'm going to go turn it off over there.
Hexamine.